Hey, welcome back, regular viewers. I hope that you guys had a great Christmas. I know we did here at the regular shop and the regular family. We've been out here in the garage. You might have seen some of these videos, making up some new lures to try out. And there's some videos we're working on with other new flexible lures. And for Christmas also, you know, the eldest regular assistant got himself a new fishing reel. All that to say is we have a lot of stuff to go test out on the water. And we're thinking about trying to get out in the boat this week to see if we go test these, see if we can get some results. But how do you know if it's a good day to go fishing? Well, one way to tell is the weather. And that's what today's video is about. For Christmas, I got a weather station from my family. Thank you so much to them for that. And we're going to install it today and talk about the importance of barometric pressure. So we're out here in the El Fresco shop today. And we've got my, that I can't find here in space, my Christmas present right here, which is a set, apparently, even though you do not separate it. There's only one in there. I don't understand. So I don't know what the rest of the set is, but not important. We got ourselves a really cool weather station. And I will save you. I don't know if you guys like unboxing videos. I abhor them. So this is not going to be an unboxing video. I'm going to take this all out and then show you what we have to work with today. All right, so here it is all unboxed. This is the head unit. This is the actual weather station right here. And what's cool about this one is this is going to show me the wind direction and the wind speed. It has a moisture, like a rain sensor up here to measure how much rain you've got. And like I said, the barometric pressure. All very important components for planning a good day out on the water. This is our indoor sensor right here. This panel is going to display all that. This is a lightning sensor, which is really cool. I didn't expect that. And this is how we're going to mount it outside right here. This right here connects into this guy right here. And then you mount this on something appropriate. We'll show you what we're going to do here. And here's the instructions. In the movies and the TV shows put on by the Hollywood elite that really don't like you, men always throw these away. Well, that's just ignorant and not true. Don't be led around by a bunch of communist millionaires that don't care about you. So take the time to read your instructions. So we're going to go show you how we're going to mount this right here. I have these tools over here that we're going to use. PVC pipe and an old plaster mold as a base. And you'll see how all that will come into play in just a second. All right, so we're going to mount the head unit to this approximate 20-foot long piece of fiberglass pipe here. Or rod rather. I bought this, I got a good deal on 2 sections of this quite a while ago. I was going to build something on a boat with it, but turned out to be a little heavy. I was still thinking maybe doing a shallow water anchor system with it, but you know, whatever. Not important right now. For now, it does have a new job as going to be the 20-foot high pole that our weather station is going to be mounted on. We're going to bury this PVC pipe in the ground, and so that the pipe can go into it, or the rod can go into it thusly. This is going to go in the bottom of the hole just to kind of act as a stop so this doesn't continue to sink further and further down into God's creation. And then this will be 20 feet in the air, as I said, well, minus that distance right there. So it's important when you find a location that you don't want to do it by things like power lines. That would be below average. You don't want it right under a tree. That would be below average. So we found this spot in the yard over here where there is clear blue sky. So we're going to start digging our hole right about here. And that will be the location for our weather station. I might brace the pole up against this 4x4 post right here, just depending on how floppy doppy it is. All right, so now let's dig. I don't know if I should have a gold shovel because this is like one of those groundbreaking ceremonies, right? No, not that exciting? Okay.
Do we need to call the number before you dig?
Oh, dig safe? Oh, we already dug safe. Can we put this fence up after Hurricane Beryl? So all was safe there. Save the grass. We can replant that. Put the grass right over here.
Or weeds.
Hey, that's high quality grass right there. What are you talking about?
Is it?
So you get the picture. We're going to do this until it is approximately 1.5 feet deep. Exciting. So there it is, a hole. So it's actually, watch it. It's actually deeper than we need it to be, which is by design, believe it or not, because I want to level this piece at the bottom. So we're going to add a little bit more of this dirt back. And by the way, just as an aside, post hole diggers, couldn't use those where I grew up because there were these things in the ground called rocks. But here, it's just this muddy clay and nothing else. So make short work of a nice straight hole down in the ground. You don't have to worry about finding a rock the size of a VW or an engine block or something like that. You just get to dig. It's fun. Anywho, so we're going to use a little bit of this here, as the locals call it, gumbo, and tamp it down in there level. Place this block upon it, and then this will stand up on it thusly, and we'll watch the level as we pack this mess down in that hole. Okay, so we're leveled out. There's the base, the footing, I guess you'd call it. And I'm just going to pack the dirt in around this until it's all the way up, checking the level as we go. It's of course not going to stay true forever, but you know, if we work with a good foundation, it'll be better. And I know I said tamp, but what I meant by that was old piece of 2x4. Yes, it's moving that pipe all around, but we'll be able to straighten that up as we go to keep it true. And of course you could backfill this with cement if you so chose, but I don't know if it's going, I want it to stay here forever, and I don't have cement and I don't want to buy any. So we'll just keep on working it up, packing that stuff in. This stuff gets pretty solid once it dries out for sure. Okay, we're still level up to the top here. I did remember at the end, I don't have any cement, but what I do have is an old can of plaster of Paris, and that is not cement, nor am I saying it is, but it does harden with water and it gets fairly hard. So we're going to use this stuff that is no good to me. I can't use it to patch holes in the wall. I can't use it to make any fishing molds, but it will work to make it just a little bit of a collar around the top of this here, and do what we want to do. See how it's all chunky anyway, no good. So that'll suck up some of the moisture here and just kind of create a little bit of a stabilizing ring, as it were. Okay, we're all filled up. Just put our grass back around it here, and wherever the rest of it went, you know. Throw a little bit of water on that and no one will ever know the difference. So this is hopefully when I have the post here, if I don't there, this is a great thing for my son to run over with the lawnmower. So luckily the 20-foot post sticking out of it should hopefully dissuade him from running over it. Beautiful. It fits, it ships, right? There we go. So when we're done, the weather station will be on the top of that. Looks like it's going to work. All right, so we're going to have to mount this piece right here. This is what your head unit sits on right here, and there's set screws that hold it in place. As you can see, they expect you to screw this to a wall or a fence or the side of your house or something like that. But again, we're mounting it on this pole right here. It does fit over it, but super floppy. So we're going to make our own set screws into it. So we'll drill a hole on two sides of it, just like, put it on camera, regular guy, just like on a light fixture when you're hanging, you know, the hanging globes there that like to shatter. So set screw on this side and then 90 degrees to it over here. So we're just gonna drill two holes in it and then put in these nice stainless steel screws so that we can get them out when need be. What? And the dog here is protecting me from lizards. Dangerous. Set screws are set. They probably didn't need to be this long, but that's what I had for free in my stainless steel drawer. So they'll work though, and they're holding onto it. There you go. And that's doing the job we want it to do. All right, so we're ready to get this guy going. We set our batteries in there. There's a synchronization switch that all these need to be set to. I set it to B, just to be myself, I guess. So we'll put this guy back on here, and then before we put it up there, we're supposed to remove the rain guzamagama. Put this piece of tape right here so that the rain sensor that is in here will work. So you can see where the set screws are going to go right here. when it attaches onto this. Just be careful. These things are very delicate. The first one of these I ever had, I remember sitting one day and I noticed the wind speed suddenly picked up to 40 miles an hour. So I looked outside, and what to my wandering eye did appear, but my children, because it was on top of their little clubhouse, had climbed up and were spinning it with their hands. How cheeky, right? But then they broke off one of these cups here. Very, like I said, these aren't really made that sturdy. Well, they lasted quite a long time until a hurricane of 2 children destroyed them. So these could be a little fragile, so just be careful as you're installing this part right on there. All right, there should be all installed. The solar cell, which is located underneath the little spinny cup thingy, is facing south, which here is that way towards the back of the camera. And that was the only instruction it said when you're setting it up, other than to try your best to keep it level. So we tried to do that here. Again, we'll see if this pole is going to be too floppy for it. And I didn't permanently mount it because, like I said, I don't know if that's its forever home. So I thought about, like I said, stabilizing against the fence, but then you can see how wonky the fence is and how much that moves as well. So that's not a permanent solution either. But we're just going to put it up here and see how well it works for now. All right, so the lightning sensor is now installed. We put all the batteries in it, and the light is green, the trap is clean, or that means there's no lightning. So it said it's to be hung like under an eave outside of the rain, and a place that has plenty of access to fresh air but won't be in direct sunlight. And the eave of my little homemade shed here works just fine, I think, for that. So it is hanging thusly. It's hanging from a string. That's a sort of string, and hopefully we won't have any lightning anytime soon to find out. So the display unit is installed as well. It also takes a bunch of batteries. Have a lot of AA batteries on hand if you're going to do this project, because I think you need about 28 of them. I'll let you know the real number down here. But anyway, so you always want to display this in a place of prominence so that everybody who comes to your house can wonder why you just don't look at your phone to get the weather. Just joking. So we can see the outdoor temperature and humidity, indoor temperature and humidity, and it's still starting to track think about the barometric pressure and all that sort of fun stuff there. But we've got our wind speed and direction, which is working fine. So all that is very nice. But back to the whole point of this is to help you get better. Oh, there is the barometric pressure. It did pop up, sorry. So there it is. And it's actually it's going to fall this afternoon, which is one of the reasons we want to go fishing. And the falling barometric pressure always indicates an oncoming front, and the fish are always feeding more to that during that time. But also getting that wind speed and direction helps you out to determine where the best place to go so that you don't get blown around, or if you want to fish a place that, the wind is going to push the bait into a certain area, that kind of stuff. So having all this information at your fingertips and the accurate stuff of your location is super helpful there. So thank you for coming along today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. And if you'd like to send us an email of what you're working on, you can send it to this magically appearing email address right here. That's all I have for you today. I'm going to go fishing now that I see the pressure's on the way down, and I'll let you know if we catch anything. You stay regular. Okay, we're back, regular viewers. I know I told you the video is already over, and I'm so sorry for those of you that have to suffer through this part, but I did want to say that the installation of our AcuRite weather station with lightning detector was super easy to do, even for a regular guy like me. So setting up the display here, I forgot to mention, was very easy. It literally, once you turn it on, it walks you through it and shows you all the steps that you need to go through. Down here, it prompts each one to set the language, to set the time, to set the units of measurement for all of our various things and whatnots over here. So very easy to set up. It had your time zone that you're in, depending on what country you're in and all that other stuff. Walked you right through it. It took maybe a minute to go through all the, ask you all the questions about all the little different areas there, and it's set right up. So the real question, the burning question, I'm sure that everybody watching has is, did this work yesterday? Yes, it did. So our barometric pressure, this is not the real screen, of course, was falling yesterday. And as I installed it, in fact, in the 1 hour it took the youngest regular or the eldest regular assistant to get himself ready to go out in the boat, it fell a couple tenths of a point over here, this section of the display screen, and it continued to fall as we were getting up there. So the fishing was good. Right as we started, right near the boat ramp, I started out using this big old piece of bent driftwood lure that I made here, that I modified with little lead strips, and you can see all that stuff. Links in the description below of how I made this guy and the lead strips for it. And I caught a real nice bass, about 2.5 pounds right off the bat with it, and then 3 or 4 more with this guy right here. One of them, there was 2 bass that followed it in with it. It was pretty cool. And then we used this homemade. I used this homemade chatterbait as well, just to cover some water. Really didn't do any slow fishing yesterday. Probably could have cranked out a bunch more had I slowed down. But the wind was howling. I'm still testing out my new trolling motor, being excited about how well that holds me in the wind. And this guy worked as well. I think I ended up catching 7 or 8 bass. The regular assistant, he missed 2 on one of our newer creations, but that's not important right now. So all in all, knowing the weather, knowing that the barometric pressure was on the fall, helped us out. Today it's up there in the 30s again, so we need to probably just do some projects around the house here because it's right after a front. But watching those frontal systems move that pressure up and down is one of the easiest ways to tell if it's going to be a good day or not. And you can see that stuff coming, and then you can plan for your day to go out. The wind speed and direction also crucial, because especially if you live in a really flat area like we do, there's not a lot of wind protection. A lot of the water is big areas without any thing to protect you from the wind other than just the wood line or whatnot. And if you're down on the bay, rather, there's not even the trees. So it's all just marshland forever, very low, very flat. And that wind speed and direction is crucial to see if you can, fish that location or not, or if you need to go somewhere else more protected. So good stuff, good information to have. So here's some pictures of what we caught yesterday. And you stay regular. Like driftwood.
Yeah, look at that.
Thank you, sir.
Bass. This country.
Chatterbait on a homemade trailer. Very nice, huh?
Don't forget.
Hey, what are you kids doing?